Hi everyone, today we're going to dive into some serious sparkle with Diamond Effects Diamond Fuse Liquid for Glitter. A product I got straight from the World Body Painting Festival at DFX stall. It was actually sold out, but when I told the owner I wanted to review it for my YouTube channel, he kindly gave me the last bit of his sample. And that's not all. He also gifted me the 6 stunning diamond dust metallic powders in goldstone, sunstone, coral, ruby, emerald and sapphire. Before we start, please like, subscribe and click the bell button to know when I post. I make a variety of time lapses, makeup tutorials and product reviews. So if that's what you enjoy, this is the channel for you. One thing that stands out about Diamond Fuse Liquid is bottle design. Unlike other mixing liquids that I had with a big open neck, this one has a narrow hole at the top. This means you can distribute it more precisely without worrying about pouring too much at once. You don't even squeeze the bottle because it's quite firm, but you can tap it over the surface and the liquid comes out in controlled drops. Honestly, I find it really useful. With other mixing liquids, it's easy to spill too much, but this design reduces waste and mess. That said, for even more precision, in today's video I'm going to use a pipette to control exactly how much I mix with each diamond dust metallic powder. I'm going to start with diamond dust sapphire powder. Before I swatch all the colors on my arm, I want to show you how these powders behave on a larger area and how they look once they dry. This will give a better idea of their texture, coverage and shine before we compare them side by side. Now let's talk about consistency, because trust me, it makes a difference. First, I'm adding too much powder and you can see how it becomes cloggy and uneven. The mixture doesn't spread smoothly and the texture is a bit rough. But here's a cool part. This mistake is super easy to fix. Watch what happens when I add just a little bit more fuse liquid and instantly the consistency changes. It spreads beautifully, mixes evenly and you can see the shine coming through. And it's the key, the consistency should be quite watery, much lighter than a cream. Now I've got the perfect mix and you can see it on a larger area too. I'm painting the entire surface of my hand and it looks beautifully and reflective. Alright, let's start fresh. I've got all 6 samples waiting and I've washed my hand. This time I'm using a wet brush to pick up the glitter. This helps the powder stick really well. And on my plastic palette I've got a little bit of fuse liquid and I will mix it there first to get the perfect consistency and then I will apply it to my arm. Getting the right liquid to powder ratio is tricky because you never know exactly how much powder your brush will pick up. Even with a small brush there's always a bit of variation. So I will need to add the liquid little by little until I get the perfect consistency. Once it looks right, I will apply it to my arm and see how it performs. When I was working with the emerald color, it looked a little bit transparent at first and the color of the hand was coming through, but then I applied the second layer and it covered it beautifully. And only then I realized that I just added too much liquid and it actually worked fine. But this mistake got me thinking how this color would look over a layer of paint, and I will test that once we finish all of the samples. I really love the ruby color. It has this gorgeous copper-like tone and it is also very intense and very bold color. By the way, Diamond Fuse Liquid is supposed to work well not only with shimmers but also with other makeup products like dust powders. On the website it also says that liquid can serve as a thinner for water-based makeup and as a binder for powder makeup. I don't really use that much makeup in general, so I don't see the need for me to try this out, but if you have tried it, let me know in the comments. I'll be really interested whether it looks as good as with these glitter powders. Now it's time for a coral powder. And this time I made the consistency just right and it applied beautifully, and although it is as light as emerald color, it didn't show through. It was beautiful and I really love it. I just wish I had a different color of skin to try on, because on my arm the colors are too close and it doesn't show all the beauty of the color. Okay, next comes the sandstone, and I love this color as well. It is very intense too, a little bit warmer than a ruby color, and the consistency was great and it shows on the sample. You can see how beautiful it is. The last color is goldstone, and as the name suggests, it looks like gold. It's a bit darker gold. I think Diamond Effects has a lighter one in their palette as well, but I don't have it at the moment, and this one has a deeper tone. I have to work on the consistency again, and I think the key thing is to make sure you don't have any clumps left. If you spot any small bits in the powder, that means that it's too thick and it needs to be thinned down. Now we have all 6 samples. They look amazing and super shiny, and I really like these powders. They're so easy to apply and really get the job done. Now, as I promised, I'm going to try emerald dust on the black paint and see how it works. The black paint is already dry and it doesn't smudge anymore at this point. But when I start rubbing the liquid over the black paint and go over it a few times, it starts to smudge and mix, which I really like, and I like the effect. It creates a black metallic shiny surface. It becomes more waterproof than regular paint while still being really shiny. And this could be really useful for creative makeup or for body paint, especially when model gets a little sweaty, and it helps to keep the paint in place with a nice shine as a bonus. Let's have another look at the all swatches that we have, and I'm going to rub them off of my hand to see how well they hold up to the skin. You cannot see it, but I'm rubbing quite firmly. I go with my hand really strong over all of the swatches and nothing happens to them at all. Now I'm giving even a stronger rub. As you see, I press well into my hand and just a little bit of powder moves. And only when I start actually scratching with my fingernail, it starts to come off. If you watched my videos before, you probably know that I like to try out new things and I like to explore the possibilities of each product. So I decided to take it a step further. Even though I don't think this liquid is meant to fix glitter, especially the chunky glitter, I thought I would give it a try anyway, because I do use glitter sometimes and I would love to have a liquid that holds it in place. I have already applied 2 different glitters. The purple one is chunky, but it's on the smaller side. The blue one has much bigger pieces. And now I'm applying the gold one. It's probably the smallest in size, but the pieces are thicker, so it feels a bit heavier. So we have 3 different types of chunky glitter here. I started by applying the liquid to my arm first, which helps the glitter to stick better to the arm itself. Then I dipped my brush into a bit of liquid before picking up the glitter, and this way the wet brush grabs the glitter and the liquid helps to stick to my skin. And finally, I will seal everything by going over the glitter with just the liquid. Sealing at the end will keep the glitter in place once it's dry. I didn't seal the top of 2 glitter swatches at the top, and you'll see the difference. It's a huge difference. It took me a couple of minutes till the glitter was properly dry. Metallic powders take so much faster to dry because they are thinner layer, but with glitters you'll need to wait around 5 minutes to make sure that they are properly dry. and then it's good to apply one more layer to that. As you see, I'm scrubbing the top purple glitter and it comes off quite easily. Although if I wouldn't be scrubbing, it will still be in place. Then the blue one fell off even easier, but I think it's because the bigger flakes are sticking out more and it's much easier to pick them up. Another thing is that I was flattening down the gold glitter, but I didn't do that with the purple and blue, so when I rubbed my hand over them, it was picking up the glitter that wasn't adhering well to my skin and wasn't flat. Therefore, it was much easier to pick up and to detach it from my skin. Anyway, I have to say I'm pretty happy with how well it holds on my hand overall. I will definitely use it again for glitter makeup. Even with a chunky glitter, it holds okay. And it holds really well with metallic powders. So after all of these samples, I feel that I'll need to experiment even more with the diamond fused liquid and metallic powders, because I do love them a lot. Let me know what you think, and remember to like, subscribe and comment. I would like to hear your experience about this product, and I will see you soon in my next video. Bye! If you are on Instagram, pop into one of my accounts and say hello. I do arts and crafts, face painting, creative makeup and healthy food and travel. I hope to see you there!